Hello everybody, welcome. We are here for the second round consolation bracket between Oak Park and New Heights Christian. We have the opening kick, we're underway. Cougars have the kick, drop all the way back to Max Anreder, the center back. Over to Horton, Evan Horton working on possessing and passing. He's a freshman, really doing a good job as center back. Schumacher plays through to his brother, too heavy all the way to the keeper. That's Tate Wiley in the goal for Oak Park. They're the Northmen. Punted back past the midfield into an attack right away. Hamlin there to challenge. Number 12 takes the shot. That's number 12, Izzy Tomlin. Puts it over the goal, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Cougars have to figure out that back line off the punt from the keeper. Obviously, you can't turn that into a goal-scoring opportunity. Stewart on the ground to Nangle. Nangle, good touch to carry it wide. Slide tackle in by number 20 into an attack for Van Cotton. Cotton across to 8. That's Beto Lopez. Lopez to the corner as Hamlin defends. Chip back to number 29, De La Rosa. Brandon Schumacher steals. Played down the line for Meningus. Meningus challenges along with Caleb Johnson, the center back defender for Oak Park. Played out a play thrown for the Cougars. Johnson wins it with his chest, clears it away. Brandon Schumacher tries to head it back into the middle. Number 29, De La Rosa over the top to number 10, Van Cotton. Number 12, Tomlin onside. Can't gain his feet, and Anreder's able to win it back and clear it to the sideline. Throw in for the Northmen. All right, back to the action. Boney shielding and able to let it go out of bounds. Throw in for the Cougars. Oh, they're calling actually a foul, so it's a free kick for the... What are they calling? Oh, they say it's a corner kick. No, I guess he's calling a foul. Okay, so Anreder comes over to take the kick. Max Anreder, good ball past the first line all the way up to Schumacher. Schumacher lets it roll, won by the back line. De La Rosa on the ball, plays it down the line. Anreder comes in for the tackle. Boney tracking to the corner. Tries to play it off of number 12, Tomlin. That's Izzy Tomlin.
Hold on, Jude. Keep working. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I said number 12. That is actually number 13. Number 13 is Jude Williams. Sub in the game already for Oak Park. Number 18 subbing off Jack Lutkin as number 9, Jorge Moreno, checks in the game. Stewart plays it wide to Clevenger. Clevenger keeps it in, gets it back to Boney. Boney with some time, tries to play it back to Clevenger. Clevenger on the ball as he faces, tries to clip it through, wins the challenge. Clevenger up ahead to Schumacher, deflected out of play by the Northmen, and throw in for the Cougars. Boney takes the throw down the line, Schumacher there. Schumacher on the ball, tries to clip it over. Still on the ball, trying to turn. And quick whistle, free kick for the Cougars. Schumacher, as he made the turn, got tripped up a little bit from behind. Ball in backside, just over the top of Brandon Schumacher, making the header attempt. And it's a goal kick for the Northmen. Tate Wiley, the keeper. Looks like he's going to play it short. Actually, they're going to have number 16, Caleb Johnson, the center back, take the goal kick. Again into an attack for the Northmen. Hamlin, nice job fighting off the attacker, Tomlin. And foul called at the end of that. Boy. Be a free kick for the Northman. Moreno there to take the kick. Jorge Moreno is a sophomore. Moreno sends the low ball in right to Stewart. Oh, nice touch by Tomlin, and he puts the goal in.
Way to go, Iz!
Izzy Tomlin, the senior forward, extends out, gets a touch on it to score the goal.
I forgot to set my time. How far in are we? Keep working wide.
All right, restart of play. Cougars drop back to Brandon Schumacher. Up to Ben. Ben tries to make the deke to turn. Stolen away by Johnson. Caleb Johnson up to number 29, De La Rosa. Lopez on the ball. Leaves it for Cotton. Cotton drops all the way back to Johnson. To the near side for Moreno. Moreno cut pass through to Lopez. Horton's there and sweeps it away. And a throw in for the Northmen. Tomlin receives, carries it to the corner, able to beat Horton on the edge, but Hamlin's there and clips it out of play. It'll be a corner kick for the Northmen. Played short to Cotton on the corner. Cotton gets the end line and tries to make a dribble move, loses it out of play on the end line. Goal kick for the Cougars. Anrenner back to take the goal kick. Low ball, driving in, goes through the first line. Schumacher and Johnson challenging. Meningus comes in, deflects away, but number 9, Moreno's there to possess and play to his back line. That's Chavez playing it over the top, all the way into the box, and Stewart's there to gather it. Stewart quickly out to Boney on the far side. Boney has time, plays it in the middle for Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher, nice dribble move to get space, carrying up ahead. Schumacher wide to Clevenger. Clevenger tries to play the diagonal, deflected by the Northmen. Ball across the middle of the field, Meningus comes in to steal. Finds Dunaway to Clevenger. Clevenger turns, swept away by Moreno. All the way into the attack for Tomlin. Tomlin takes a left-footed shot and saved by the keeper, Stewart. No touch? Oh, no touch. It was wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Cougars are going to have to figure out that back line assignment on Tomlin. That's the 4th time they've let him run free. Stewart takes the goal kick to the near side for Meningus. Meningus fighting there with De La Rosa. He's able to turn, plays it through to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher tracks back to space, poked away by the Northmen. Ball played in by De La Rosa to Tomlin. Nice challenge by Horton. And out of play for a corner kick for the Northmen. Number 29, Christian De La Rosa, the midfielder, coming down to take the corner. Back spinning ball sent in, headed to the goal by number 10, Van Cotton, but Stewart's up to the challenge and takes it out of the air. Rush Stewart, top spinning ball, bounces over the back line. Johnson's there to clear. High into the air, bouncing ball. Hamlin comes in on the challenge with Cotton, possessed by the Northmen. De La Rosa across the box, Horton's there. Falls to Tomlin. Tomlin cuts it back. Cotton there to send it in. And goes through everybody for a goal kick again for the Cougars. Number 17, Chavez, subbing out of the game. As number 18, Jack Lutgen, checks back in. Izzy Tomlin also checks out. As number 7, Rodney Harris, the junior, checks in the game for the Northmen. Throw in, one by Nangle, played back into the middle of the field. Ball played ahead as Hamlin steps to win it. One back by Lopez. Lopez tries to get through, and hold called on the Cougars. Free kick. Free kick again for the Northmen.
Hey, Junior, step a little higher right here. Keep it into the attacking area.
De La Rosa on the ball to take the free kick. Back spinning ball. Brandon Schumacher gets up to head it away. Dunaway there to head it one more to Meningas. Meningas back into the middle. Lopez tries to turn. Meningas steps in to steal. Drop back to Hamlin. Hamlin clears it down the line. Good touch by De La Rosa as Schumacher comes in to challenge. De La Rosa still on the ball. Cut back into the middle for number 20. That's Cruz. Over to Cotton. Cotton plays it back to the back line to Johnson. Johnson back into the middle of Cotton. Cotton switching to the far side, and that player's offside. That's 13, Jude Williams. Flag is up for a free kick for the Cougars.
Just quicker. Right? Back and forth, quicker.
Max Anrader takes the free kick. Big ball over the top. One in the air by Moreno with his head into the midfield. Sent back by De La Cruz to Moreno. To the near side for number 18, Lutgen. Lopez connects to Cotton, sending Harris into the box, but too heavy, and Stewart's there to scoop it up. .23 minutes left here in the first half. Cougars trailing 1-0. Big bouncing ball to the top line. Lopez plays it back in. Lopez on the ball to Lutgen. Cotton challenging with Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher's able to win it. Plays it back in the middle for Dunaway. Dunaway across. Stolen back by Harris. Cruz back to De La Rosa. Into Lopez. Lopez with his left. And Stewart's got to knock it away. Corner kick for the Northmen. De La Rosa there to take the corner again for the Northmen. Back spinning ball in. Stewart gets a hand on it, and off of the Northmen last. Looks like it was the midfielder Van Cotton, number 10, that got a touch on it as it went out the end line. Goal kick again for the Cougars. Stewart starts it out short to Anrader. Anrader carrying. As the challenge comes from Harris, he plays it wide to Clevenger. Clevenger challenge on the ball. Able to possess, gets it to Boney. Boney sweeps it down the line, deflected by the Northmen, throwing for the Cougars. Boney takes the throw. Johnson there for the Northmen to clear it down the sideline, and that's out of play, another throw in for the Cougars. Boney takes the throw from his ear, which is not a legal throw, and it's a turnover for a throw for the Northmen. Cotton there to take the throw, plays it back to De La Rosa. Brandon Schumacher comes in to challenge. Moreno to De La Rosa. Brandon Schumacher steps in to steal. Possessed to Nangles, one touch to Clevenger. Clevenger trying to get to the edge. And swept away by the Northmen. It's another throw for the Cougars. Clevenger takes the throw into Schumacher, wins it down with his chest, tries to cut it back to the middle. Schumacher across the box, takes the shot, deflected away by Moreno. All the way to Meningus on the near side. Meningus trying to get to the edge, being defended by Lutkin. Meningus gets there, sends it across the box. Nobody there to connect, though, as Cotton comes in and touches it wide. De La Rosa there on the challenge, along with Hamlin. Hamlin steals, sends it in with his left. And the keeper, Tate Wiley, up to the challenge, takes it out of the air. Wiley with the big kick into the midfield. Anreder, nice header down to Schumacher. Cotton gets in the air to win the header over to number 8, Lopez. Lopez possessing, getting it to De La Rosa. Hamlin comes up to challenge. De La Rosa plays number 7, Rodney Harris, down the line. Horton trying to defend. Harris comes in, takes the shot far post, and wide of the frame. And it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart there to take the goal kick. Back spinning ball to the near side. First touch by Lutkin, falls to Dunaway. Dunaway dropped back to Hamlin. Hamlin trying to stay with it, wins the challenge, plays it to the corner. Number 9, Moreno there first. Meningus giving token pressure, and Moreno lets it go all the way out the end line. Goal kick for the Northmen. A couple subs at the line for the Northmen. That's number 12, Izzy Tomlin back in the game. Number 14, Gonzalez checking in. And number 2 is Elliot Wiley, the younger brother of the goalkeeper. Van Cotton, Jude Williams, and Edgar Cruz, sub out of the game. Ball played down the line for Lopez. Lopez cuts it back in. Nice win by Horton. Plays it on the ground to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher, good dribble move to get space. Plays Dunaway. Dunaway has room in front, plays Meningus down the line. And out the end line again.
Hey, before he plays that, try to get out, chalk your feet so you can just play a ball to your feet. We're not running you the whole thing, whole day. You're not going to make that all day long.
All right, water break here at 17:30 left in the first half. Welcome water break for the players, it looks like. We'll take an audio break here as we'll come back in roughly 2 minutes. All right, kids are taking the field again. 17:30 roughly on the clock after the water break. We are restarting with the goal kick. Waiting for the whistle. Okay, there we go. And we are back to the action. Johnson takes the goal kick to the midfield. Hamlin with his hips. Missed touch as Meningus is able to steal. Meningus with some room. Chips it across for Clevenger in the top of the box. Clevenger sells with his chest, takes a shot, and buries it. Titus Clevenger scores the goal to tie it up at 1. That's all we needed is a little water. Tied at 1. Nice ball by Meningus. Meningus, patient with room in front, decides to play the ball over the top to the streaking Clevenger. Clevenger, nice settle with his chest, takes it off the half volley and buries it far post. All right, resuming play with the kickoff. Number 20, Cruz, turns and plays it through. Horton wins it off his shoulder. Nangle to the ball, leaves it for Meningus. Meningus looks for Schumacher through. Ben Schumacher there, and just a little too heavy as Tate Wiley at the top of the box is able to scoop it up. Top spinning ball back in. Bounces over Hamlin as Lopez is there. Number 7, Harris, tracks back to win it. Tomlin plays it through to Lopez, but Horton's there to clear it to the sideline, and it's a throw for the Northmen. Tomlin on the ball on the throw-in. Schumacher tries to deflect it away. Over to number 2, Elliott Wiley.
Come on, Elliott.
Ball into the box. Nangle comes over, sweeps it to the sideline, and a throw for the Northmen on the far side. Ball played into the box, bouncing over everyone. Stewart comes up and gathers it off the bounce. Stewart taking his time, punts it from the top. Bouncing ball. Schumacher challenging with Moreno. Moreno heads it back into Johnson. Johnson plays it over the top. Horton gets the first touch. Falls to Cruz. Loose ball in the middle. That's number 14, Gonzalez, plays it over the top and too heavy. And that's all the way to Stewart in the goal. Stewart goes far side. Clevenger there, tries to settle. Nice job getting to his feet. Playing down the side. Being defended by number 4, that's Chilcote. Back to Nangle in the middle. Nangle one more to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher has time. Plays Meningus wide. Step by Lutgen is able to win it. Jack Lutgen, the senior defender, plays it down the line. And Horton's able to knock the attacker, Lopez, off the ball just in time as Stewart picks it up. Stewart out to Hamlin on the near side. Hamlin plays it over the top. Clevenger making the run. And whistle wasn't ours. It was on the other field. Thought there was a whistle to stop play, but it was the other field that blew it. And Wiley's able to pick it up. Ball to the back line. Anreder wins the header down. Nice job. Gets it to Dunaway. Number 4, Chilcote, comes in and sweeps it away on the sideline, throw in for the Cougars. Subs at the line for both teams. We'll stop play to take the subs. Van Cotton, number 10, back in the game. Number 17, Sinu Chavez, back in the game for the Northmen. Ruben Brake checking in for the Cougars as Nixon Meningus will take a break, and Kason Hamlin will move to the right wing mid-attack position. Jackson Dunaway takes the throw into Clevenger. Clevenger looking to get to the end line, cuts it back. Still on the dribble, gets through the first challenge. Clevenger across the box. Number 8, Lopez, sends it high into the air. Dunaway heads it back into the middle. Schumacher there trying to win it with his chest. Cleared away by Tomlin. All the way up to Wiley. Wiley was onside, plays number 7, Harris, in. Anreder is able to win the challenge, but Harris gets it back. Harris in, takes the shot, and actually played it across to Elliott Wiley. Wiley gets the shot, but Stewart's right in position to win it. Stewart quickly out to Hamlin on the near side. Hamlin's able to turn, plays it down the line for Schumacher. Then Schumacher tracks back, looking to get the cut through the middle. And foul called on Cruz on that dirty tackle from behind. I'd like to see a card for that one. That's just unnecessary. Anritter, good ball over the top. Clevenger there, goes through. Number 17, Chavez tries to clear off of Schumacher. Chavez is able to clear it the second time, and it goes out of play on the sideline. Throw into Clevenger. Dunaway gets a nice touch to turn it back. Cotton and Clevenger challenging for the ball. Clevenger on it. Nice move by Titus Clevenger. Takes the shot from 30, and Wiley's able to get it off the ground all the way up to the top of the box. Big high punt past midfield. Horton heads it forward. Nice header by Horton all the way over to Hamlin, but he can't get there in time as Moreno does a good job shielding him off the ball. Throw in for the Northmen. Break takes the header. Wiley and Horton challenging for it. Wiley gets to it, knocked away by Stewart, and Anritter's able to clear it from the box. Ball to Tomlin, over to Cotton. Cotton playing it back to Tomlin, breaks there to clear. Cruz, challenged by Clevenger. Ball into Harris. Boney's able to get a touch on it. Harris still on the ball. Harris cuts it back into the middle. Horton tries to sweep it away, deflected off of the Northman. Tomlin trying to find space. Boney defending. Tomlin takes the shot, and Rush Stewart right there to make the one-hop save. 11 minutes left here in the first half. Game tied at 1. Number 20, Edgar Cruz, down injured after that turn in the midfield. And he's going to sub off as De La Rosa checks back in for the Northmen. Didn't actually see what happened, but it looks like he's got an ankle sprain. All right, it'll be a drop ball restart as Stewart had it in his hands. Drop ball to the goalie. Stewart picks it up. Big punt to midfield. Bouncing ball. Moreno there, wins the header. Up to De La Rosa. De La Rosa plays Wiley back in. Plays it across the box. Tomlin tries to sweep it through. Nangle's there. Anritter is able to poke it away. Chavez back into De La Rosa. Drop back to Moreno on the back line. Moreno quickly over to Lopez. Lopez to Tomlin. Back to Moreno on the back line. Moreno taking space as Dunaway comes up to challenge. Chavez into Cotton. Cotton gets through the first line. Plays it wide. Clevenger challenging on Harris. And Harris takes the shot. And it's near post wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Nixon Meningus checking back in for the Cougars as Jackson Dunaway takes a sub. Meningus checking in as the striker as Schumacher drops back to attacking mid position. Ball in the air, won by Cotton. He plays it down the line for Justin Boney. Boney shielding. And last touch by the Cougars, throw in for the Northmen. Nangle comes in on the challenge, knocks it away, and it's going to stay Northman throw. We actually have some cloud cover now, and I've felt a few drops of rain. I don't know if we have much rain in the forecast at the moment. Ball into the box. Brandon Schumacher there tries to clear, doesn't get a clean touch on it. Ball falls to Lopez, and Lopez doesn't get a clean touch as Stewart's there to scoop up the ball at the top of the 6-yard box. Stewart punts it away to midfield. Meningus there, nice first touch. Moreno plays it wide to Lopez. And the late touch by the Cougars, I think it was on Hamlin, gets called for the foul. Moreno plays it into the top, over the top of everyone, but Stewart, good job leaving his line, able to scoop it up at the top of the box. Top spinning ball to the middle. Meningus is there. And Moreno goes over his back and gets called for the foul. Free kick for the Cougars. Ben Schumacher there to take the kick. Actually, he's going to leave it for Anreder. Call it 45 yards out. Anreder driving ball in. Johnson gets a knee on it, falls to Nangle. Nangle from 20 takes it near post and just wide of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Northmen. Number 15, Deegan Hines checking in the game as number 7, Rodney Harris checks out. Johnson takes a big booting goal kick all the way into the attack. Hines there, challenged by Horton. And it's a corner kick for the Northmen. What a great goal kick by number 16, Caleb Johnson. He probably kicked that 65 yards in the air, right into an attack opportunity for the Northmen. All right, Cotton playing the back spinning ball in. Stewart's there, jumps up and wins it with 2 hands. Stewart letting his line reset. Stewart punting away, top spinning ball to the middle. First touch by Chavez. Ball in the middle of the field. Tomlin comes in and gets called for the, they called it on Nangle. I thought Tomlin was going to get called for a high kick, but I guess Nangle clipped him before that. De La Rosa there to take the free kick. Right around 45 yards out. Shot on goal and it goes wide of the frame, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Five minutes left here in the first half. Game tied at 1. Stewart driving ball to the near side. First touch by De La Rosa. Brandon Schumacher comes in, wins possession. Carrying across, plays it to Nangle. Nangle with a nice turn for Clevenger. Clevenger looking to connect.
Nice play.
Number 17, Chavez steps up to win it, gets it to Cotton. Cotton on the ball with some space in the middle. Back to De La Rosa. Ben Schumacher comes in. Ball played across the middle. Anreder there just in time to sweep it away as Meningus receives it at the top. Moreno sends it back in. All the way to Tomlin. Tomlin with his chest tries to turn. Chips it over the top for Wiley. Wiley being defended by Horton. Ball to Lopez. Lopez at the top, gets it to Tomlin. Tomlin trying to get through congestion. Ben Schumacher deflects. He gets through it as Horton sweeps it away, hits Schumacher again. Horton and Schumacher playing a little ping pong. Brandon Schumacher finally able to clear. Johnson steps in on Meningus, and Meningus picks up the foul as he comes in and clips his ankle. And it's a free kick for the Northmen from 40 out. Well, actually, we call it 45 out. Izzy Tomlin, the senior striker who has the goal today, is going to take that free kick. Everyone's set up at the top of the box. Tomlin driving ball and over the goal. The back spinning ball just rising up, never came down. It'll be a goal kick for the Cougars.
Let's go green.
Stewart there to take the goal kick. Takes the ball into the middle. De La Rosa first touch. Ben Schumacher there to win it. Schumacher touches to space. Plays Meningus in. Johnson there to defend. Caleb Johnson. And dangerous spot to commit that foul as Meningus won position and Johnson reached around and grabbed him. So it's a free kick from a good opportunity. I mean, it's a little bit wide, but let's say 22 yards out. Ben Schumacher on the ball. Good opportunity to send a ball in for sure. Schumacher on the ground. Oh, and Hamlin got a touch with his left, but didn't get it clean and cleared away by the Northman. Anredder tries to clear, deflected away. Horton's there to sweep it to the sideline. Number 15, Deegan Hines, challenging for the ball. And it's out of play to the Northman. Deegan Hines there to take the throw.
Sounds like it might have got a stick in it from the woods or something. Yeah.
Cotton.
I know we're close to half, so good time to check it.
Over to Lopez. Nangle steps in and deflects. Ball to Ben Schumacher. Stolen by De La Rosa as Schumacher got a cleat in the ground. De La Rosa with his left and way over the goal. Goal kick again for the Cougars. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Jackson Dunaway checking back in the game for the Cougars as Cason Hamlin takes a break. Stewart driving ball into the middle. De La Rosa tries for the touch and misses it. Ben Schumacher's there to receive. Schumacher plays Meningus in. Meningus into the box. Moreno defending and gets a shot on frame as Tate Wiley's there to scoop it off the one hop. Tate Wiley with the high punt in the air. First touched by Tomlin. Tomlin's able to get back to it. Advantage called as he plays it in. And just a little too deep as Stewart's able to get to it before Lopez can get to it on the run. Stewart quickly out to Ruben Brake on the near side. Brake down the line for Meningus. Meningus being defended by Moreno and can't get there in time. Throw in for the Northman. Into De La Rosa. Dunaway defending. Back to Moreno. Moreno with some space. Plays it back to De La Rosa on the near side. De La Rosa looking for the big switch. Plays it over to Hines. Boney there to defend. Ball falls to Chilcote. Boney shielding. Boney still shielding. And foul called on the Northman as Boney was able to keep in position on the shield. And it's a free kick for the Cougars. I don't show any time left on the clock, so this may be the last play. Unless they change this to a 40-minute half. Hines there, plays it on the ground. Horton pokes it away. All the way up to Boney. Boney one touch into Dunaway, but behind him as De La Rosa wins it. Back to Tomlin. Brandon Schumacher defending in front. Nixon Meningus comes in and clears it to Nangle. Nangle all the way up. Chilcote there to win it back for the Northman. Drop back to Moreno on the back line.
Turn! Quickly, come on!
Cotton on the ball. Okay, and that's the halftime whistle.
Good job, guys!
And we're tied at 1 going into half. We'll put 10 minutes on the clock for halftime. We'll take an audio break here and be back for the start of the second half here in this consolation round. Oak Park versus New Heights tied at 1. All right, the players are back on the field. We may get started a little bit early here. I'm going to reset the clock. Hey, ref, is it 35-minute halves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Running clock. Stop for goals and yellow card.
Oh, okay. That's why. That's why that half was longer.
Yeah.
They're stopping the clock whenever there's injury or
Yeah, I stopped the clock too. I must have just missed something.
something. Yeah.
All right, we're underway for the second half. Ball played all the way into the box, and Stewart's able to grab it to reset. Stewart with a big side spinning ball into the center circle. Touched by Cruz. Ben Schumacher comes in and steals. Finds Clevenger. Clevenger with some room in front, carrying down the line as Cruz comes in to challenge. Back into the corner. Number 17, Chavez, plays it down the line. Nangle there to win it. Nangle on the ground, tries to find Dunaway, but a little short. Jude Williams there to Cotton. Cotton plays it in to Tomlin. Tomlin chips it back into the middle. De La Rosa on the ball. Plays it through Anredder. Nice feet to win it and clear it. Clevenger tracks back to connect to Dunaway.
Nice.
Dunaway fakes it as Johnson steps, and loose ball won back by the Northman. De La Rosa to Tomlin. Into Harris on the run. Horton staying in front. Harris loses his feet. Boney on it, plays it wide. Back to De La Rosa. Shot near post and wide of the frame. Goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart there along with Anredder. Stewart's going to take the goal kick. Back spinning ball to the center. Cruz heads it in the wrong direction as Johnson and Schumacher chase for it. Caleb Johnson clears it to the sideline, and a throw in for the Cougars in the attacking third. Nice job by Stewart playing that ball all the way up on the goal kick to switch the field. Boney with a big throw into Schumacher. Schumacher wins it down with his chest across the box, fakes it. Oh, almost got through. Number 20, Cruz, is able to win the challenge. Ball to Moreno. Over to the far side for De La Rosa. Rosa with his left. Tomlin chasing. Horton trying to shield. Tomlin gets a touch, puts it on the post, and it doesn't go in. Anredder gets to it and clears it out the sideline. Tomlin just chips that ball over the keeper. And a yellow card issued to, okay, we'll stop the clock for the yellow card. Tomlin gets a yellow card, I assume for dissent. I think he wanted a foul there, but I had already left the play to look at the ball rolling into what I thought was a sure goal. Just bounces off that front post. So still 1-1, restart the clock here, 32 minutes left in the second half. Cruz sends it back in and goes through Harris. Stewart's able to scoop it up. Stewart to the far side for Meningas. Meningas tries to win it down with his hips. Plays it back in the middle for Schumacher. Cotton there plays it forward to Harris. Harris turns. That was to Jeremy Wynn, number 6. I don't remember him in the first half.
Come on, Green.
It's a throw in for the Northman. Ball goes through Cotton. Nangle there at the top trying to clear. Shot by Wynn over the goal. And another goal kick for the Cougars. Anredder driving ball to the near side. First touch by Williams goes out of play. Throw in again for the Cougars. Titus Clevenger over to take the throw. Finds Schumacher on the run. Bouncing ball. Schumacher heads it into control. Caleb Johnson there to defend. Schumacher cutting it across. Plays it to Dunaway. Back to Schumacher.
Oh.
Johnson gets the tackle. Over to Williams, playing it down the line to connect to Harris. Harris makes the dribble move around Anredder. Schumacher there to defend. Harris gets the turn, plays it back. And Cotton swings and misses. Loose ball in the middle. Williams takes the shot off of the Cougars' back. And Wynn on the follow puts it far post. Nice diving save by Stewart. I thought that was in the back of the goal. Stewart punting to the midfield.
Nice
Schumacher
pass.
off of his
Nice
shoulder
pass.
to
Go,
into the
go.
attack for Clevenger. Number 17, Chavez, wins it there first and plays it out the sideline. Throw in for the Cougars. Clevenger takes a throw. Chavez first to touch. Swept to the line by Cruz. Up to Williams. Nangle comes to defend. Boney wins the challenge on the ground. Clevenger across to Schumacher. Not enough on it as Cotton steals. Over to De La Rosa. Wynn on the ball. Touches it wide. Hamlin challenging. The ball falls to the backside for De La Rosa. Ball played in. Anredder plays it high into the air. Meningus comes in. Meningus, nice touch over to Clevenger. Titus Clevenger carrying across the frame. Tries to play it down the line for Meningus. Misread there as Moreno steps in to steal. Over to De La Rosa. Back to Moreno. Into the attack for Lopez.
Justin, behind you.
Over to Moreno, back to De La Rosa. Connecting to Wynn in the corner. Hamlin steps in and wins the challenge and draws the foul. And it's a free kick for the Cougars. Kason Hamlin, nice ball over the top. Nice job by Williams winning that header back into number 20, Cruz. De La Rosa can't get the touch, but it falls, fortunately, for Lopez. I'm sorry, that's Wiley.
Nice dig.
Is that Lopez or Wiley? Can't quite tell. Yeah, Lopez. Cotton on the ball. Horton tries to clear it. Cotton's able to keep it in. Cotton recycling. Into Wynn, deflected away by Horton. Brandon Schumacher tries to sweep away. Foul called on Hamlin at a dangerous spot. That's a free kick for the Northmen. Don't go too far, Titus. Take a while to get there. De La Rosa there to take the free kick for the Northmen. Chipped ball in. Anredder heads it away. All the way up to Cruz. Cruz, nice touch to turn. Back into Moreno. Brandon Schumacher deflects. Ball shot by Cruz way over the goal. And it's a goal kick again for the Cougars. 27:30 left in the second half. The Northmen have been on a barrage this first 8 minutes. Stewart back to the middle of the field. Touched by Williams, falls to Dunaway. Dunaway with his left to Clevenger. Clevenger looking to connect to Schumacher. If he's on, nope, he's off. And it's a free kick for the Northmen. Caleb Johnson. I think I called him Williams last time. Caleb Johnson taking the free kick. Good ball all the way to the top. Anredder wins it with his head. Deflects off Nangle. Harris comes back for it. Connecting to Wynn. Wynn tries the 1-2 to the corner. Boney's there. Jude Williams comes down to challenge, and it's a throw-in for the Cougars. Boney creeping his way up the line. Ref's going to say that he has to move back to make the throw. Boney takes the big throw. Nangle heads it forward. De La Rosa there. On the ground to Chavez. Chavez is able to find Cruz. To Harris, back to Cruz. Cotton at the top takes the shot, and Stewart, nice job punching it over the goal. It's a corner kick for the Northmen. Ball played short, all the way over to Moreno. Moreno driving ball in. Headed by Cotton, and that's a goal for the Northmen. Oak Park takes the 2-1 lead.
Come on, Green. Come on, Green, you got this. Come on.
Come on, White.
All right, back to the action. Ball all the way back to Horton on the back line. Over to Anredder. On the ground to Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher trying to play it up to his brother Ben, stolen away by De La Rosa. Williams pokes it through for Harris. Anredder, nice challenge. Knocks Harris off the ball, and goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart takes the goal kick. Cotton first to touch. Nangle there, switches it across for Hamlin. Cotton gets a knee into the air. Cotton trying to turn to the edge, and no call as Hamlin and Cotton get their legs tangled. It looked like that easily could have been called a penalty on Hamlin. And it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Anredder, good backspinning ball to the center circle. Won by Johnson. Into the attack for Cotton. Ben, we need you to win those. Stewart to Clevenger. Clevenger first to touch. Being defended by Williams. Drop back to Boney. Deflected by number 20, Cruz. And a throw in for the Cougars. Boney takes the throw down the line for Dunaway. Dunaway falls to Nangle. Nangle to Schumacher. Schumacher gets tripped up, is able to stay on the ball, and foul called.
Right.
Take it quickly.
Hey, take it, going.
Ben Schumacher set up for the free kick, about 35 out. This is about the distance he hit one against Monette. Ball to the far post, bouncing in, and Tate Wiley there to make the save. Wiley, bouncing ball, up to Wynn. Horton gets a touch wide for Hamlin. Hamlin has to chase, and it's out of play. Throw in for the Northmen. Throwing down the line as Harris is there to connect. And ball goes out of play, back to the Cougars.
Go, Elliot.
Oh no, it's a throw-in for the Northmen. Okay, subs for the Northmen on the throw-in. Number 4, Chillicote back in as number 13, Jude Williams, takes a break. Number 2, Elliot Wiley in the game. Shot by Cotton, bouncing in. Stewart's there to scoop it off the hop. Ball to the near side for Boney. Boney settles, cuts it back into the middle. And tackle by Cruz gets called for the foul. Next, Anredder taking the free kick. Looking for Schumacher at the top. Heads it forward to Clevenger. Titus Clevenger able to get there.
Everybody back.
Clevenger into the corner, chips it back to Dunaway. Dunaway opens up to receive. Plays it across the box. Schumacher gets a head on it, but not on frame, and it's a goal kick for the Northmen. Caleb Johnson there to take the goal kick. Side spinning ball gets over the first line. Wynn sends it high into the air. It makes the second touch on it forward to Wiley. Horton challenging for the ball as Hamlin comes back to help. Wiley gets through into the box, and he puts it in the back of the net. Northmen take the 3-1 lead.
Hey, tell him more that way on the ball. Hey, Malachi, drop off. Malachi, drop off. Elliot.
All right, restart of play.
Jeremy, come to the right.
Schumacher to Nangle. Back to Schumacher. Back to the back line for Anredder. Anredder to Boney. Finding Ben Schumacher with some space. Schumacher into the attack. Plays it to Clevenger. Clevenger back across the middle. Nice move to get through the challenge. Clevenger setting it up. Plays it in for Meningus. And just a little too deep as Tate Wiley's there to get it off the hop.
Okay. Defend for us. Caleb. Caleb. Forward. You and Chavez.
High ball on the punt.
You got Malachi's yellow.
Nangle, nice header forward. Bouncing ball goes all the way to Schumacher. Chavez comes in and wins it. Ball back to Nangle. Fight with Cotton. Falls to De La Rosa. De La Rosa turns to space.
Elliot, stay on. Elliot, stay
Over to
on.
Moreno.
This way.
Into Cruz. Cruz chipping it over the top. Elliott Wiley chasing to the sideline and out of play, and a throw in for the Cougars. And that's the water break. We'll take an audio break for the water break. 3-1, Oak Park leading New Heights. All right, the players are back on the field after the water break. Cougars have the throw in on the near side. Ruben Brake there to take the throw. He just subbed in for Justin Boney. Spencer Jackson subbed in for Titus Clevenger. All right, we're underway. 19 minutes left in the second half. The Northmen leading 3-1.
Nice D.
Elliot Wiley trying to get through as Anretter's there, plays it. I thought he just called a goal kick, but I guess he's saying throw in. Wiley takes the throw. Up ahead to Tomlin. Haven't seen him in the game in a while. Number 12, Tomlin, scored the first goal of the game. Wiley back to Tomlin. Touched over to Wynn.
Come on, pass it in there, Rodney or Jeremy.
Swept away by Anretter. Break with some room in front. Tackle by Tomlin. Break gets through. Played it over the top. Chavez makes the touch up to Johnson. Back to Cotton. Cotton plays it all the way across for Moreno on the far side as Meningus chases. Ball over to Chilcote. Chavez sends it in. Wynn there makes a step over move as Nangle challenges. Ball comes loose to Break. Break on the ground. Johnson sends it back in high into the air. Break heads it back into the middle. Jackson, nice touch to Dunaway. Dunaway tries to claw it back as Gonzalez steps in and steals. Cotton plays through, Break deflects, and throw in for the Northmen. Number 19, Grant Euler, checking in the game. And number 15, Deegan Hines.
Good D.
Throw in headed away by Anretter.
Good D.
Chilcote there to take another throw. Ball into Tomlin, Anretter in front. Tomlin ball across. Hamlin there gets a touch on it. Hamlin challenging for the ball and gets called for the foul. Dangerous spot for a free kick for the Northmen.
Anticipate.
Shot in near post, it's loose. Stewart got a touch on him, but
Nice D. Nice D.
and shot sent in by number 4, Chilcote, goes over the goal. Goal kick for the Cougars. Kason Hamlin checking out of the game as Grayson Crumrine subs in. Anretter back to take the goal kick for the Cougars. Actually looks like Stewart may be taking it. Stewart takes it to the far side for Meningus. First touch by number 8, Lopez. Meningus, good touch ahead for Schumacher to challenge with Johnson. Johnson wins the challenge, plays it out the sideline, and throw in for the Cougars in the attacking third. Nixon Meningus there to take the throw. Schumacher shielding. Marino's able to step around and win the ball. Played back into the top as Cotton sweeps it away. Crumrine challenging for the ball with the number 19, that's Euler. Crumrine wins it back to Braden Schumacher, can't control the touch. Stolen back by the Northmen. Tomlin on the ball. Plays number 15, Hines, into the box. Break over to challenge, deflects the ball. Anretter with his chest and plays it to the end line for a corner kick for the Northmen. Van Cotton takes the corner kick in, and back spinning ball. Stewart's able to jump up and grab it out of the air. Stewart with a good ball to the top. Schumacher heads it into the air. Over to Jackson. Won by Chilcote with his shoulder. Jackson wins it back. Chip to the far side, or to the near side, and Angle wins it. Jackson running down to the angle as Schumacher holds middle. Angle tries to play it down the line. Stolen by Chavez. Into the attack for Cotton. Cotton looking to switch it, plays it, tried to play it across the field, but missed touch all the way into the box for Stewart to grab. Stewart top spinning punt back to the middle. Meningus tries to settle. Tomlin steals over to the far side for Moreno. Tomlin plays it all the way back to the keeper, Wiley, as Schumacher comes up to pressure. Over to the near side for Chilcote. Heavy on the touch as Jackson comes in. Chilcote's able to win it back. Played down the line for Hines to chase. Stewart at the top of the box. Sweeps it away to the sideline, and a throw for the Northmen. Throw into Cotton as he chests it down into the corner. Brake comes in and wins the ball. Brake with his left down the line. Chilcote's there. Back to Cotton. He tries to switch it all the way across to Moreno. Into number 14, that's Gonzalez. Jackson Dunaway gets a deflection. Johnson comes in. All the way up to Euler. Shot by Wiley, deflected. Gonzalez tries to get to it. Good ball by Meningus over the top for Schumacher. Schumacher gets there, tries to chip the goalie, and can't get it back to the frame. The goal kick for Northmen. I think that was the right decision to go for the shot, just didn't get it back to the frame of the goal. All right, restart. Johnson takes the goal kick to the far side. Tomlin gets the touch, carrying back to the middle. Plays it up into the middle. Break there to clear it away. Horton makes the header back into the middle of the field, falls to Lopez. Lopez to the near side for Hines. Hines into the box. Hines looking to circle back, plays it down the line, and out of play for the Cougars. Ruben Brake there to take the throw for the Cougars. 10 and change left in the second half. Cougars trailing 3-1. Brake plays a good ball over the top. Johnson's there. Makes the touch to Chavez as Jackson comes in to challenge. Ball through the challenge, gets it to Tomlin. Tomlin chips it in for number 8, Lopez. Nice win by Horton as he plays it to the near side for Jackson. Chilcote back to the ball. Chilcote into the box. Plays it far post, and off the far post, right back to Stewart's hands. Ball to the far side for Hamlin. Hamlin looks at his options, plays it in the air over the top for Schumacher. Schumacher and Johnson there. Schumacher gets to it, cuts it back, and gets tripped.
What else did we need?
Throw in for the Northmen.
I
Stewart with a big punt to the middle. Schumacher tries to win it. Ball falls to Gonzalez. Over to Euler as Schumacher comes in to challenge. Crumrine sweeps it away, and it's a throw for the Northmen. Marino back into the middle. Gets it to Tomlin. Tomlin leaves it for Hines. Across to Chilcote. Clevenger steps in. Chilcote's able to turn. Into the box. Clevenger steals. Lutkin there makes the touch. Hines keeps it in for Lutkin. Dunaway steals. Over to Clevenger. Stolen back by Chilcote into Hines. Tomlin. And a yellow card issued to Chilcote. I didn't actually see what happened.
Hey, nothing stupid that's going to come with this train. Go get a goal, go in with a goal, nothing else. Let's go. Ryan, right back.
Come on, Green, we got this. Come on.
All right, Hamlin there to take the free kick after the yellow card. So off the ball push, I think, is what drew the yellow. Ball over the top. Won by Johnson. Tomlin cuts it back into the middle. Hamlin steals, trying to find his feet, and foul called on Tomlin. Quick kick by Hamlin over the top. Schumacher trying to fight for it, along with Lutkin. Johnson back into the middle. First touch by number 19, Euler. Gets it to Hines. Over to Lopez across the field. Ball in the middle. Brandon Schumacher steals. Plays up to Ben behind him. Johnson plays it back. Meningus gets Schumacher in. Schumacher far post and puts it in. And the Cougars are back in it, 3-2. Great touch by Meningus. Found Schumacher on the run.
Way to go, boys! Let's go, Green! Let's go!
All right, before the restart, Cotton's subbing back on for the Northmen. Rodney Harris also back in the game. Number 11, Platts, and number 19, Euler subbed off. All right, restart of play. Cotton sends it over the top for the running Wiley into the box. Horton has to sweep it to the end line, and it's a corner kick for the Northmen.
Come on, Green, G!
Cotton takes the corner to the top of the box, headed in the air by Johnson.
Green, let's play G!
I'm sorry, that's by Hines. Stolen by Hamlin. Poked back in, Clevenger there at his feet. Clevenger looking to switch the field for Meningus on the run. Lopez over there to defend. I'm sorry, number 9, Marino over there to defend. Keeps it in on the end line, plays a dangerous ball back into Johnson. Johnson clears it down the line. Number 8 is Lopez, being defended by Crumrine. Crumrine still on it. Plays it back into the middle. Over to number 13, Williams. Tackled by Anredder. Tomlin comes away with it, takes the 40-yard shot, and goes wide of the frame. as Stewart was all the way up at the 6-yard box. Diving save goes wide. All right, restart a play. Stewart takes it up to Dunaway. Dunaway tries to settle it with his chest. Tomlin wins into Harris. Harris in the box. Horton defending. Harris gets through, loses his feet, and Harris just stepped right on the ball as he was going to make one last move. Stewart's able to gather it. All the way to the far side for Meningus. Meningus able to open up. Plays it down for Dunaway or Schumacher as Moreno plays it all the way back in. And that's going to go all the way out the end line. Actually, Stewart plays it on the ground to Horton. Horton up ahead to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher's able to turn, being defended by Lopez. Lopez steals it at the top. Boney defending. Lopez takes the shot, and off the frame, another goal kick for the Cougars. 4 minutes to play. Ball into the middle. Dunaway, nice first touch. Drops it back to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher looking to play over the top. Cleared away into the counterattack. Nice header down by Brake. Ball falls to Tomlin. Tomlin cuts it back, gets to his left, and sends it over the goal again. And another goal kick for the Cougars. That's kind of a crazy play there at the top with Harris as Stewart tried to win the ball and put his hand right on Harris's head. First touch by Hamlin. Hamlin's able to turn and sweep it. Tomlin steps in to steal. Brandon Schumacher, nice tackle to win it back, gets it to Hamlin. Up ahead to Hines. Brake defending. Stolen by the Cougars to Clevenger. Clevenger cuts it in. And number 18, Lutkin, sends it out the sideline. And a throw for the Cougars. Hamlin takes the throw up to Schumacher. Schumacher lets it bounce over into the attack. Being defended by Johnson. Schumacher cuts it across. Plays it to Clevenger. Ball deflected. Clevenger back to it. Carrying across. Finds Brandon Schumacher. Poked away by Moreno. Into the counterattack with Wiley. Wiley plays it through to Harris. Nice step by Horton to win it. Up to Hamlin. Hamlin to Clevenger. Clevenger up ahead into the attack. Looking for the diagonal to Schumacher. Schumacher to the corner. Plays it across as Johnson comes in on the challenge. And Johnson sweeps it away. Big kick to the near side. Throw in for the Cougars. Ruben Brake takes the throw. Into Dunaway, who heads it into the attack. Schumacher's there. Cotton gets a foot on it. Cotton still on the ball, plays it down the line. Back into the middle, Boney and Harris. Brake comes to help. Harris gets past. Harris into the box. And near post shot goes wide. And it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes to play.
Come on, Green, we got this.
Stewart back spinning ball to the middle. Tomlin takes it out of the air and sends it back into the box. Stewart top spinning ball again. De La Rosa sends it back in. And Stewart brings it back into the box. Again, punts it away.
Come on, Green.
Schumacher there to settle. Gets it to Meningus. Meningus plays it over to Clevenger. Clevenger looking for the runner. Plays it into the middle as Johnson, big old punt. All the way into the corner as Stewart is going to have to let it go. Out of bounds for a throw-in. Brake there to take the throw. Gets it to Clevenger. Clevenger chests it back in. De La Rosa wins the ball. Horton steps and wins it all the way up to the center. Touched by Moreno to the far side. Nice step by Crumrine. Meningus comes in to challenge and wins it back. And Meningus draws the foul.
Come on, Green, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Hamlin comes back to take the free kick. Okay, and that's the game. Final score 3-2. That last free kick didn't count because we didn't stop the ball first, so we had to bring it back, and that was the last play. All right, so that puts us in the last place game tomorrow at 8 a.m. back here. Or I'm sorry, it's going to be back at Willard on the football turf. Again, 8 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be playing the loser of the Lebanon Lighthouse game, and I think it was Lebanon that lost that game just based on what I saw on the other field, but we won't be sure of that until a little later. Thank you all for tuning in today. We will be back again tomorrow. Oak Park will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow against the winner of the Lebanon Lighthouse game.